And we are back. It's time once again to take a trip into the world of esports gaming and, of course, the games. This is the Afro Gamer Show, and it's great to be back on the show once again. A trip into this exciting world of video games, and all that's happening in that world is what we have on offer for you right here on AfroSport TV. This is a partnership between the AfroSport TV and indeed the Afro Gamer, the website that gives you the very best of African news from around the world of esports. My name is Shaya and I'm your host. It's great to be back. One of the things that excite me about this journey is the fact that when the show premiered last weekend, it enjoyed rave reviews, not just from Nigeria, but from across the continent, where we have friends and indeed partners who were waiting, yearning for something new, something different, something innovative to happen in the world of esports. And yes, indeed, that has happened with this show, which is shedding a light on what's happening on the continent when you talk about esports gaming and indeed the games. It's great to be back. I will be flying solo on the show this time around. Last weekend, I had the managing editor of the Afro Gamer himself, Ife, joined me, but this week I would fly solo. But in between, I would bring someone on one of the segments, the Game On segment, when we get to talk about something exciting that would be happening on the show. If this is your first time, trust me, you're in for an accelerating time and one that you want to tell somebody to join you to enjoy it with you. Let's take a short break. When we get back, we would go straight into the news and look at what's happening from around the world, starting from Africa. All right, welcome back. It's still the Afro Gamer Show, and yes, the show has just started. We're starting with in the news segment, and we're going down east. East Africa is where we're starting the show this lovely day with the news that the Mount Kenya University, yes, that's one of the top universities in Kenya. Mount Kenya University has launched an esports training center. How innovative can that be? You know, they pride themselves as saying that it's the first in not just Kenya, but in Sub-Saharan Africa. That Sub-Saharan Africa, though, we would have to do a fact check on. But more than anything, we're excited for the youth in Kenya because this is something we believe would reshape the scene, the esports and gaming scene in that country that is really, really passionate about the sport. And I can confirm that to you because the president of the Esports Kenya Federation, who the Mount Kenya University are partnering for this, is a young man who is very passionate about esports and, of course, bringing the very best out of the youth in Kenya. Let's listen to the chairman of Mount Kenya University, Professor Simon Gicharu, what he has to say about this launch of the Esports Training Center, and I'll be right back.
Of esports, I'm delighted to announce that Mount Kenya University, in collaboration with Esports Kenya Federation, will establish an esports training center at the newly refurbished student center. Establishment of this esports center will equip our students with skills that will enable them to generate an income and even make a career via their hobby esports. The groundbreaking initiative will leverage on MKU's resources for space provision, operational support, and academic integration alongside the Federation's expertise in equipment provision and technical support and training.
All right, welcome back. Yes, you heard him, Professor Simon Gicharu, the chairman of the Mount Kenya University, talking about the launch of the esports training center that's just been opened in that university, which is based in Thika, Kenya. With over 50,000 students in that university, it definitely promises something new for them. Just like he said it's all about improving their skills, creating an avenue for them to earn an income, and more than anything, to build a career. And trust me, there is no better way to build a future for the youth than with this. So big kudos to Mount Kenya University. Kudos also to the Esports Kenya Federation. Much later on the show, we would get to speak to Ronny, the president of the Esports Kenya Federation, where he will be telling us more about this partnership and the things that we should expect for Kenyan students. And, you know, there's opportunity definitely for non-Kenyans also to to enjoy this when they get to study at Mount Kenya University. Away from that exciting news, another interesting one happening, and this is almost like there are back-to-back events and happenings in Nigeria and of course on the continent. This time we're talking Cage 2024. This is a tournament, a multinational tournament that was launched last month, and it's getting to the squeaky bump time, like we say in football, but of course we're talking esports here. 9 centers, qualifiers are happening in 9 centers, 6 in Nigeria, and of course in 3 other countries, talking about Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, and Benin Republic. Cage 2024 is what is known as 10 million naira is the prize pool, and 11 titles are being competed in across console and mobile titles. One of the mobile titles, and I'm sure you're seeing the shots on the screen right now, one of the mobile titles that's happening is Tetris. Who would have thought that that game that we called brick game way back is now one that's being considered as a title for competition, and people are getting to earn prizes on. So Cage 2024 is happening. We'll be giving you updates as they happen with the qualifiers and indeed the grand finals, which will be happening in Lagos, Nigeria later in the year. Well, one other sub-segment we've added to in the news segment is the Beyond Africa. So we noticed that we just served the African stories, but there are indeed things happening beyond Africa, and we're adding that to the in the news segment. And this time around, we're talking about the Saudi Esports Federation. That's yet another forward-thinking federation, and this time around, they have launched the Legacy Museum. Legacy Museum, that is noteworthy, from the Saudi Esports Federation, where they've opened the Legacy Museum in Riyadh, the SEF Arena, that's the Saudi Esports Federation Arena in the Riyadh City Boulevard to be precise. Talking about a showcase of different games, going down memory lane to how the Saudis have built their esports ecosystem to this time. Trust me, I'm jealous, because I'm thinking this is something we should have in Nigeria, maybe Lagos State, with all the good works that the guys in and around the city have been putting into esports. But then for now, let's celebrate the Saudis and what they've put together with this, which was launched on the sidelines of the Esports World Cup, which is going into the 5th week as we speak. All right, let's take a quick break in the news segment, and when we get back, it will be time to share the spotlight on a rising star in African esports. Who is he? What has he done? I'll tell you about that on the other side. All right, welcome back. It's still the Afro Gamer Show. My name is Shaya, your host, your regular host, as it will be. And yes, it's been an exciting start to the show, shedding light on news from across the world. We move on to the Spotlight segment right now, and we're going to Ghana. Yes, Ghana is one of the countries that definitely has put Africa on the world map when it comes to esports. And over the weekend, a rising star was born. Who is he? What has he done? Let's look at what he's done first. When we get back, I will tell you about him and definitely what to look out for from this rising star in the world of esports.
Woody sets another extra time date with La Pista again. Oh, he live it dramatic around. Final kick of the game. 2 minutes to go. Curtis Jones.
Could he get around?
For Gakpo. La Pista's got to be careful. Gravenberg.
Could he get turned around?
Same position that got him the goal. We'll catch it back into Gakpo. Jones.
So there you have it, 15-year-old Kryan. That's his name. Register that name because he would be coming to Lagos, Nigeria to participate in Cage 2024. Cage 24 in the grand finals that's happening in Lagos. Kryan defeated, and against all odds, defeated the big names that play EAFC 24 in Ghana, and he won that qualifiers, and he would be representing Ghana in that one. So there you have it. His name is Kryan. He won the EAFC qualifiers, and he would be representing Ghana at Cage 24. Big rising star indeed. It's good to see, and it's noteworthy that it's the youngsters that would dominate this esports scene a lot, and we've seen Ghana come through with this young man. I remember sometime in 2022 during the Africa Esports Championships in Malawi, that was for the Southern African region, a 13-year-old Peter Chilembo actually won the Street Fighter competition in there. So the youngsters are coming through. How many of them would dominate? How many of them we would see for a long while on the scene? We'll keep our fingers crossed to see. But for now, the spotlight is on Kryan, the 15-year-old prodigy who won the EAFC qualifiers for Cage 24. Let's take a break. When we get back, it will be time for Game On. And like I told you, we will be speaking to the Esports Kenya Federation President, Ronny Lusigi, where we'll be talking about the partnership they have with the Mount Kenya University and what they've put together for the Esports Training Center for Kenyan youths and indeed Sub-Saharan African youths. All right, thank you for sticking around. It's the Afro Gamer Show, and we're moving on to the Game On segment. And on the Game On segment, it's something to celebrate this launch of the Esports Training Center at the Mount Kenya University, and that was done last week. It was something that really shows a forward-thinking institution and definitely federation, and them coming together to put this for the youth in Kenya is commendable. Joining me on the show today is Ronny Lusigi, the Esports Kenya Federation President, and he would be talking about what this partnership has birthed and what it would bring to bear over the next few years for the young people in Kenya. Ronny, great to have you on the show. Good day and welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much, my friend Shayo. It's been a long time, and I'm happy to be here at the Afro Gamer Show. And I'm very happy that we are connecting from east to west, which I believe is one of the objectives of the Afro Gamer Show.
Thank you. It's good to have you. Jambo, I should say, or whatever the greetings may be. Let me ask you the first question, and that is for you to tell us more about this partnership with the Mount Kenya University in launching the Esports Training Center.
Just to our partnership with the Mount Kenya, the partnership between Esports Kenya Federation and Mount Kenya University in setting up an esports training center is really an important partnership for us as a federation, because it is based on two things: Mount Kenya University providing us with space and operational support, and the federation providing equipment and technical support. So this will be based in a way that we shall be able to have equipment, playing equipment, proper playing equipment at the university, and students of the university, as well as members of the public, will be able to use this equipment to upscale their esports skills and training.
Well said, Ronny. Thank you for that. then what should the young people in Kenya and indeed Africa, because definitely this is something you want someone from Uganda, Tanzania, even from other regions, West Africa, Southern Africa, to participate in, even before their own universities start this. What should the young people in Kenya and beyond expect from this esports training center?
So for the youth of Kenya, this is really a youth empowerment program per se, because they shall expect to find a space in which they can be able to learn skills that can give them income. Skills like tournament administration, skills like tournament officiating and coaching are skills that can open those opportunities for them. Most importantly, our players who are playing esports in their homes and other places, they can be able to at least find a place where they can connect with other competitive players, encourage each other, and upscale. Also, this space will ensure that we shall be having more frequent tournaments that we have right now, and we believe the best way to get better is to keep competing and competing and competing. So the youth of this country and this East African region should expect a lot from this training center.
Thanks a lot, Ronny. On the final note, before I let you go, tell me what's the short and long-term objective of this partnership? Long-term, short-term, that's in the immediate. Long-term, what should we look forward to?
So really, speaking about the objectives of this training center, it goes beyond the training center. The objective is to create a culture, is to create that awareness. The objective is to create that acceptability of esports. We really do believe that by this first step, we'll find the spiral effect where many more academic institutions and social institutions in the country and in the region will begin to invest in esports and to accept esports as a viable way for the youth to hone their skills and to earn income and to impact the society positively. So in the short term, what we shall have here is focused mainly on competitive play and training of players in partnership with some clubs that we shall mention that have done well in esports globally, training of coaches and tournament administrators through short-term workshops. In the midterm, we look to move these workshops into integratable courses in esports. That is esports administration, esports marketing, esports journalism, and much more other things. Integrating it with the related courses the university is doing to create a short package that people can come and take an esports short course in their preferred line of operation. And finally, in the long term, is to go heavy in the academic area and to have things like game development courses here in the university and much more. So thank you, and we really look forward to doing a lot with this training center.
All right, thanks a lot, Ronny. It's always a pleasure having you on the show, and it's great to have you join us. We definitely will be speaking to you more about this and much more as regards the happenings in the Esports Kenya Federation and the Kenyan esports ecosystem. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you very much, my friend Shayo.
So there you have it, Ronny Lusigi, the president of the Esports Kenya Federation, on the show this day, and talking about what that partnership with the Mount Kenya University has put together for the Esports Training Center. Let's take a quick break, and this time it's the retro segment. We won't be showing you something. I won't talk about it yet. I need you to say it. When I get back, I'll shed more light on it. Alright, welcome back. Yes, that was the retro for this episode of the show, and for some of you, you will call it brick game. For some, they'll say Tetris, or whatever name you call it. That was one of the games that introduced some of us to esports as far back as the early 90s. Yes, it's that long. And you know, the beauty of that game, just like I told you that it's one of the titles being competed for in the Cage 24, it has its own world championship. Who would have thought that that game that we play for leisure, some people still even play it for leisure, now goes with a world championship that has a huge prize pool in dollars, and now it's a big deal. But then that's our retro for this episode, and indeed we'll take a short break. When we get back, it will be time to wrap up the show for this edition. And yes, it's been an exciting one. When we get back, we'll wrap up the show and bring it home. All right, welcome back. Final lap of the show. And yes, it's been an exciting one. In case you missed it, it's been the Afro Gamer Show, and it's a fresh off the oven package coming to you on this station, the Afro Sports TV, courtesy of Afro Sports TV and the Afro Gamers partnership to bring you the very best of esports content from not just Africa, but from around the world. It's been an exciting edition where we got to speak to Ronny all the way from Kenya. We got to showcase the Legacy Museum in Saudi Arabia, and that youth prodigy from Ghana, the 15-year-old who defeated everyone that came his way in the build-up to him winning the qualifiers to represent Ghana at Cage 24 finals. Yes, indeed, it's been an exciting episode, and game over. That's the way we wrap up. We say game over, but it's definitely not to say goodbye, but to see you next time on Game Over. This time around, we're showing you some exciting, interesting guys who decided that the neighbor's wall should not just be bare. And trust me, when you see this video, you will see that they were not just entertaining themselves, but definitely people within the vicinity. That may be something we want to try very soon. This is one of the things they say, you can try this at home. I know there's a lot of don't try this at home. This you can definitely try at home, especially if you have the consent of your neighbor to do it. It's been the Afro Gamer Show. My name is Shayo, your host. I would catch you next week on yet another exciting episode of the show where we would be digging into the world of esports, gaming, and the games. I'll catch you next week. Bye for now.
I'm sure that will give the players a real boost. They'll be hoping to start the game at a fast tempo.
Players waiting in the centre. And away, they've got it clear. Here's the Fenerbahce.